Every week somebody goes viral and somebody gets fired. One post for clout, one call from HR. Welcome to 2025, where the For You page becomes the Fire You page.
People fired me for TikTok.
So I got fired.
I tried to fire me over TikTok.
Just got fired on my first day of my brand new job.
I was laid off from my job today.
I got fired again.
This is what happens when self-expression meets self-termination.
Something tells me I'm about to get fired, so I'm gonna record this because I have no idea. I have no idea what's going on. I'm waiting on them to join. Hello?
Hey Brittany, thanks for joining us on this call. I wish this was under better circumstances. After reviewing a video you posted online, upper management has made the decision to terminate your employment.
One click, one clip, her whole career is gone.
Effective immediately.
What video?
That's the worst part. Half the time you don't even know which one you posted.
We recently became aware of a TikTok in which you appeared to urinate on the floor. While we understand the video may have been comedic in nature, it does not align with our company's values. In fact, several employees came across the video and expressed concerns.
Okay, yeah, that's understandable.
As a result, we have no choice but to let you go. Your final paycheck will be processed within the next pay cycle, and your access to all company systems has already been revoked. Just be sure to return any company property as soon as possible. I'll go ahead and send out that address for you as well.
She didn't lose her job after doing wrong. She lost it for being seen. HR don't need cameras anymore. Re-record the evidence for them.
Y'all, why this goes to say, as of today, you no longer work at the school. You have been terminated. In my head, I'm like, well, what did I do? I ain't did shit. I've been doing my job, right? Like, what did I do? Y'all, these people fired me for TikTok. I kid you not. I kid you not. I kid you not. I can't wait to get my paperwork so I can show y'all. These people fired me for TikToks.
Fame used to open doors. Now it locks them behind you.
TikToks. Because kids know me on TikTok. Never gave none of these kids my TikTok name. None of that. I got fired from my job as of today, of Valentine's Day of 2025, for TikToks. So now here I am. Fired. Unemployed. I mean, I still got an overnight job though. Clock it. Still got an overnight job. But fired as a teacher.
And she's not the only one. Different jobs, same mistakes, thinking the internet was just for fun.
Several hours later, she finally calls me and she tells me, we're gonna go with someone else and I just wanted to call and tell you why. I'm like, okay, cool. What's the problem? And she tells me that they do extensive research on all of their staff members and that they came across my social media and that I did not provide the level of professionalism in my social media that they are expecting in the office. My personal social media does not live up to their professional standards for this job.
She called it confidence. They called it unprofessional. Professionalism ain't about skills anymore. It's about control.
She proceeds to say that she doesn't need the clients coming in and out of the office and seeing me in a certain light. And the only thing that I could think of, I went back a year on both my TikTok and my Instagram, and the only thing that I could think of was that I posted my boudoir photo shoot from back in January and November. Me posting an expression of accepting my body as it was and the beauty of my body, and and fully clothed, mind you, and probably more clothed than most people in their bikini summer shoots, was probably what lost me this job. I mean, I understand if I was saying some, like, racist stuff, or if I was, like, making very threatening type content, but, no, it's my self-expression. I've since taken those photos down just in case that is it and other future employers are turned off by that. But, like, honestly, who wants to work for somebody who's going to dictate what you do in your personal life?
They want your labor, not your personality. The same companies that preach empowerment are the first ones to punish it.
Things at GameStop that don't make sense. She can show her ass, but I can't even show my shoulders. The game side of the store. The rest of the store. Why are there so many t-shirts? Who are we competing with for shirts? Do you know what I've never sold? Any of these. Or any of these. But they just keep sending them. And finally, welcome to Funko Hell. As you can see, it's in a circle. And there's always more giant Funkos in the back.
So I got fired from GameStop for TikTok.
She thought she was being funny. Corporate thought she was being honest.
For my TikToks. Oh my god, I'm dying. Yeah, my DM came, set up his computer, and was like, hey, can you come in the back? And I'm like, oh god, am I in trouble? He's like, just come in the back. I'm like, oh. And there's this white lady, this white HR lady's like, you know, do you have any idea why we want to talk to you? And I'm like, no. And I'm like, but I'm scared. She goes, oh, you should be scared. And then she's like, you know, do you do anything at work? I'm like, I make TikToks. She's like, oh, and blah, 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 blah. I'll get to this in a second. Basically, don't be scared, but you're fired. Basically, they didn't like that I was disparaging certain products, like calling things stupid. They didn't like that I was making fun of certain customers, and they didn't like that I showed the safe in one video of it back with stickers. Apparently that's a safety hazard.
You can't clown the circus and expect the ringmaster to keep paying you.
Try to get into the story talking about how I literally got me and my sister fired or whatever else solely because of my TikTok videos. And before y'all be like, oh, you already know what's listen, let me explain something. Okay, so yes, I did read the handbook. The handbook said that you can't make TikTok videos inside on company's time inside the building. So what was I doing? I was making videos outside the building, still in my uniform, off the clock, on my own time, correct? Because I love when somebody try to play in my face. So everything was going smooth until you guys try to micromanage me. Now, one thing about me, I'm not about to overstep my boundaries. I'm not stepping on no toes. I know I'm not management at this store, but I also know how it goes. You know what I'm saying? When I first got in, they wasn't labeling open products. So like the almond milk, oat milk, not labeled. Sanitizer buckets, not labeled. English muffins, not labeled. Sourdough, not labeled. Or putting open product of stuff back into the walk-in, knowing that you have to put it in a Cambro and cover it and put a label on it. Because if you put a block of cheese in the walk-in, what it's going to do? It's going to get stale and crusty. Same with the bacon. Why are you putting open packaged bacon back in? Would you put an open pack of bacon without covering it in your fridge? So that's where it started. I feel like because I wouldn't even tell people this is how it's supposed to be done. No, I would just do it the correct way because that's how I was trained. That's how you're supposed to do it. So that's what I'm doing. So that's where it started because you guys, I feel like she felt intimidated because we know what we were talking about. And anytime it came to like EcoSure, health department, anything like that, she had a lot. She was, you guys was real quiet. Like she tried to tell me that it's LA County's health department and this is what they do. No, girl, you're just dirty and your store is disgusting.
She got fired for doing it right, not doing it wrong. In 2025, compliance is confirmation.
Smells like eggs. You guys are literally selling 2-3 day old croissants and you know you're not supposed to be selling.
Don't post about your job on social media. A lot of companies have been doing layoffs in the past 6 months. My company did them. And I'm seeing a lot of people on here posting about getting laid off or people who have not gotten laid off, just in general posting about their job. And a lot of people post things like funny videos about not working, doing the bare minimum. And while I think all those things are funny, and I'm definitely a person who values a huge work-life balance, don't do it. It's all fun and games until your coworker who doesn't like you that much sees the video and decides to send it to your manager. There have been people on this app who have posted about their job and ended up getting fired for violating some sort of rule or posting something that rubs somebody the wrong way. A lot of people think they're going to become like this corporate influencer, and there are a lot of people who are successful at that, but the vast majority will not be. Don't jeopardize your livelihood for some views on TikTok.
My child done fired me over TikTok. I didn't wear my badge at work. I didn't tell what agency I worked for. So I know nobody on TikTok did the shit at all, because I also worked through another company to work for where I was. So I know it wasn't y'all. So that mean one of you bald-headed at the agency that I worked for saw my mother video and went and told somebody, and it could have been the supervisor, and all you had to do was say something to me. But you didn't do that, did you? You told all the other managers all the shit I done did for y'all, all the days I ain't never take no lunch break for y'all. When my supervisor died, y'all treated me like management. All them girls that done cussed me out. You can't get no help as is. So y'all finna really be looking stupid and crazy. And I'm not even mad. I'm finna go gather my shit and thank God.
Just got fired on my first day of my brand new job. I woke up this morning feeling so motivated. I wanted to be a corporate baddie and do the cute office siren trend. I put on my outfit and I looked in the mirror and I was like, dang girl, this is it. This is power. This is success. This is corporate America. I walk into the office feeling fly as hell. And my new boss calls me over and I'm thinking, okay, we're gonna get introductions. She looks me in the eye and she says, what are you wearing? That shirt is completely inappropriate. This is what I was wearing. What is inappropriate about this? I have pants on, look great. I'm just living the corporate life. I want to look good in the office. She told me it was too distracting. Distracting to who?
The shirt wasn't the problem. Her confidence was. Some offices still think empowerment is a distraction.
The water cooler, the printer. Long story short, I don't work there anymore. That's their loss because they were underpaying me at $250,000 a year. I can just go find a better job anyways. Just can't believe that I'd be fired over a shirt. Looks amazing. Guess I'm fun employed now. I'll just go find something better. This is what's wrong with corporate America.
90 miles an hour. You can't do that. So get the...
That wasn't a PSA. It was a confession with a badge.
The since-deleted TikTok was created by Federal Way police officer Brianna Strauss, who said it was a public service announcement for other drivers.
PSA to everyone out there. I'm speaking for myself, but I'm probably speaking for a large majority of other officers out there. If we're driving on the freeway in our police car, get the out of the way.
In the 38-second clip, Strauss tells the viewers, quote, I can go 90 miles per hour. You can't. She also says officers will find a way to pull someone over.
If us officers stay behind you long enough, we can find a reason to pull you over. If you merge and we follow behind you and we merge too, you're probably in trouble. Best way to find that out is get the out of the way.
In a statement to local media, the Federal Way Police Department said in part, quote, we have viewed the social media video posted by Officer Strauss and can assure you that it does not represent the core values and practices of our police department.
I just got fired because of that video of Big Lotto's challenge. Yay. I'm glad I put 6 years in a company that would fire me in literally a day of posting one video that harmed nobody, that everybody was actually literally rooting for and happy about, but whatever, smart decision, smart move, you know? And then they put me on, it's called like an EFR list or something. Basically, I could never get rehired again. They will never rehire me again. Okay, thanks. 16 to 22, thanks. All the bullshit I deal with, thanks.
I got fired. Yeah, my big 6-figure remote tech job. Yeah, they canned me. And you guessed it. It was because of a TikTok. Yeah, last month I took a very quick video. I had forgotten to put my mug underneath my Keurig one morning, and so my coffee spilled all over the place. And I took a quick little snippet of the coffee everywhere. I turned it around my face. I hit stop recording and I uploaded. And I did not use my big giant brain to think about the fact that in the background of that video, you could hear my chief product officer talking.
10 seconds of video, 6 figures gone. The modern workplace ain't about results. It's about silence.
Because I was in a meeting. Yep. It was about 4:30 in the morning. I was in my weekly team stand-up meeting. They were having a conversation that had absolutely nothing to do with me. So I went off camera, took the 20-second video and hit upload. And I did not think anything of it until the next day when I got called into a meeting with HR and my chief product officer. And they said, hey, somebody sent us this video. And we are immediately dismissing you from the company for gross negligence.
HR don't care what's in the clip. They just care about you posting it.
I was laid off from my job today.
Look at that.
I was I can't say that I was surprised because we had a few people laid off on yesterday, and I knew in my spirit that it wasn't over. I knew that they weren't done. I was the last person that they laid off. I'm not necessarily crying because, I lost my job, but it's, you build friendships, you build. These people become family.
Well, I got fired again. So I had to pull myself together because this doesn't deserve a cry. But I don't know if you followed me back in January, but I was a recruiter and I lost my job. And I also do social media marketing. And I ended up losing that job on the same day. And I got pretty much fired twice in one day in January. The social media, everything like the recruiting, that was just, layoffs and stuff like that. And then the social media, they just obviously couldn't afford a budget for marketing, which totally made sense. But it was just kind of hilarious. Did I just get fired twice in one day? So, yeah. Then I got this new job and I started, and today I got fired again. So, I would come on here. So with my platform, I just tell people everything and just express everything, but I never talk bad about anything. I would never talk bad about a company. I would never talk bad about any situation or anything like that. I just make light of situations. So supposedly I get a call today and they're like, we've seen your TikTok and today's going to be your last day. And I was like, okay. And some of the videos that they said, there was one where I was talking about training and I was like, oh my God, does anyone go after training and they learn all this stuff and you're like, wait, what did I just learn? I learned so much. So they got mad about that. And then another video, came on here, I'm confused. I was having a really depressed day and I was like, do you ever have this feeling where it's like you're not passionate about your job, or you're like, oh my God, is this a job I'm gonna do forever? But then you're just sad. But it wasn't me bashing the job, is more just I went through this confusing state where is this what I want to do or is this not what I want to do? Because I'm turning 31 and it was having that mental breakdown. And I just come on here and just, express how I'm feeling and seeing if anyone else feels that way.
That's the part nobody posts for clout. The silence after it's over. Millions of people losing jobs quietly while the internet watches the loud ones.
I want to hear what everyone has to say. I made a TikTok at work that went viral. My job basically fired me for it. So that TikTok had over 800,000 views and 6,000 likes before my manager texted me and told me to take it down. And then higher up management, corporate got involved, and they were going to terminate me if I didn't quit. So I took the TikTok down. I put in my 2 weeks. They made me leave halfway through my shift the day I put in my 2 weeks. And now I am no longer an ER nurse. So what do y'all think? Do I restore the TikTok that I deleted that went viral? Or do I just continue to try and fly under the radar?
Hey guys, friends. So I'm wearing my glasses because I've been crying all day. So a little story time because I've never done a story time. So I went to work today and I got fired because of TikTok. I saw on Friday some girl from a different location that I don't even know viewed my profile because in my office I did my due diligence, whatever that word is, and I blocked everyone just in case because I know there's people out there that love to see you doing bad in your life. But I guess she found me. She doesn't have my phone number. She doesn't know my username, my last name. I really don't know how she found me, but as soon as I saw that she viewed my profile on Friday, I immediately blocked her. But I guess she saved my videos, sent it to the higher end in a different office, and they called me into the room today, told me to delete all my videos when I was on break. I wasn't on company time. I was doing like come with me on my break videos in my car, never showing where I work, the location, the name of where I work, nothing.
She was off the clock, showing burnout, no patience, empathy gets labeling as liability.
All they said was due to HIPAA, we're firing you. And everyone else got time to delete all their so they don't get fired. And literally right after I got fired, a mass email went out about a new policy that you cannot do TikToks on company time or on the property or you'll be terminated.
When you show emotions, it's unprofessional. When you hide it, they say you lack passion. Either way, you lose. What you just watched is the new job market. Your boss don't check resumes, they check reels. The phone is a booth, not your platform and your pink slip. Before you post that rant or that skit, ask yourself, is this clout worthy to call from HR? Because in 2025, people don't get fired quietly anymore. They get fired for views.